juice, bro.
A good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us.
Yes, and of course, I'm coming to you from lovely, sunny Anaheim, California today. Here celebrating the Disney 100, as you can see.
Lies.
So,
All lies.
So I want to jump on in very quickly into one thing, and there's a reason that I want to. So you posted this, and you didn't post it on our page, which I never understand why you wouldn't. But you posted about Pepsi times Peeps.
Yeah.
So it's not Pepsi plus Peeps or Pepsi and Peeps. It's Pepsi times Peeps. And I'm not sure what that means exactly, but everybody, Coke and Pepsi, seem to be doing these crazy flavors constantly, left and right.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. But with that all being said, I have got, gosh darn Disney. All right. I have got a Pepsi and Peeps right here for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was in 20-ounce bottles.
I didn't either. There we go. I guess that helps. So it is yellow labeled. So I am going to give this a shot.
Right.
I do not like Peeps.
Yeah.
It is not my jam.
Mm,
Do you know
me
what
neither.
my Easter candy jam is?
Yeah, those weird Cadbury Easter eggs.
Cadbury cream egg. That's right. So
Yeah.
I am doing this for you. Interesting. So I will tell you right off the top, it smells a little marshmallowy. And the description that they have is artificial marshmallow flavored Pepsi.
So gross.
I actually really like this.
Really?
It's making me think maybe I need to try another Peep because I actually really like this.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely different, but it's actually pretty good.
Right,
So
I
thought to go along with my Pepsi and Peep that I would give you the choice. Shall I drink it with Kirkland Canadian whiskey or Kirkland spiced rum?
Thinking probably rum.
Okay. So part of the reason why I decided to let you choose is that I couldn't figure out which one would actually go better with it. And now, even having tasted it, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Canadian. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you know what? You could always do just a little bit. Do a little bit. Try it. Do a little bit. Try it. See which one you like better.
Well, here, I'll just do a little swig and swish.
There you go.
So Pepsi, Peep, and rum, not so good.
Oh.
It's not bad, but I'm hoping the whiskey is better. What are you drinking tonight?
Well, you got to choose 1 through 3.
3. When you give me that option, it's always going to be 3.
All right. Well, I bought some more. I found them again. The simply spiked, and so we'll start off with the lemonade.
All right. So a little swig of Canadian whiskey and Peeps.
Show.
That's actually really good.
Okay.
All right. So
Well,
I've
you know
got
what's
my
funny is that I was reading the label on these like the ingredients on the spike lemonades, and because I was trying to figure out what alcohol it is, and literally all it says is alcohol.
my liquor.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about um, the what it is. It says does not contain distilled spirits. But yeah, so it says carbonated water, alcohol, cane sugar, lemon juice from concentrate, citric acid, was that sodium, uh, citrate, natural flavors, stevia extract.
Stevia extract. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, for all of you out there that are interested in trying a mixed drink, uh,
So
Pepsi
the
Peeps,
Pepsi Peeps and
and
Canadian whiskey.
Kirkland blended Canadian whiskey.
So basically, Crown Royal.
Yep.
If Crown Royal, if you're bougie.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, when I went to 7-Eleven the other day and saw the Pepsi Peeps after you had posted about it, I was like, all right, guess I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah. So I mean, that was one I was just like, I mean, I'm all about trying like the weird stuff too, and I was just like, nah. But since you say it's good, I'm gonna have to give it a try.
I think you should. I think you should. So, talking about things that we saw out while out shopping, I posted this while out shopping at Walmart the other day, and this is a they're selling, obviously Barbie's trying to become more inclusive, right? So they're having all of these different heritage background type Barbies, right? You've got Black Barbie and you've got Hispanic Barbie, and then you've got mulatto Barbie, and
These are the Barb. This is the new. I think these are new series because this is like the
you can be anything.
yeah. So it's like they're branching out. Not
Yeah.
only
And so, of course, here the Asian nurse Barbie can take care of pandas. So
she's a conservationist.
sure, I
That's
just
what-
think it's
that's
a
what I'm going with.
little. I feel like where are the like PC police on this, because it could have been any animal in the world, and they had to go with the panda, which is
pandas are cute.
synonymously tied to the Asian culture.
Yeah, but I think it's more. I mean, it like if you look at those videos of the conservationists in China who are taking care of the pandas or protecting the pandas, they're all Chinese. So I mean, yeah, I mean if they
So you're saying the only people who are conservationists of pandas are only Chinese people in China?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the ones like when they show the videos and stuff, they show. I mean, so they could do one for. They could have one that's a black Barbie with like more African not dashiki because that's not what women wear, but like in that kind of garb, but also a nurse who's taking care of maybe like a baby elephant or
Sure, maybe
or a
you
lion or tiger cub or lion
sure.
cub or something.
So it's the black woman wearing loincloth with lion fur and taking care of a lion.
Not loincloth. I said I don't remember what the women wear because it's not the guys wear like dashikis, but that same kind of deal. They could do that. They could have they could have one that looks middle or not Middle Eastern but Indian and has like a Bengal tiger. It could be a whole conservationist type deal. And the money that is raised from these goes to like the organization that takes
So you're
care of those
ultimately
things.
saying they should lean into stereotyping. So they should have an Irish one, redhead, and wearing nothing but green, and has a bunch of snakes with a guy that comes with like a pan flute or something to help get them to, St. Patrick.
That almost doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. That's kind of my point. We don't need to stereotype That's kind of my point. It would be like me saying I'm gonna make a James Black action figure and it comes with a bass guitar.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be dope. If I knew how to play bass guitar, that'd be even better.
Anyways, something I think we always seem to forget to mention early on in these episodes is that this is a live interactive broadcast for the thousands watching around the world. We are live. It is March 1st.
March. Yeah.
2023. It is 8:13 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Did you finish that already?
Almost.
Wow. Also, just wanted to point out, we are 42 days away from basically starting our vacation.
Yay.
Yes. 45 days until our cruise disembarks, if you will. But yeah, 42 days. I'll be packing my bags and flying out to Seattle.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm excited.
Are you prepped? Have you started buying stuff you think you're gonna need? Or
yeah, I got a couple things that I think I'll need. But other than that, yeah, there's like a couple. I think there's a couple of things I'm gonna see if I can try and get. But if I can't get them, it's not that big a deal.
Fair enough. Well, I wanted to share a brief story with you about a podcast called The First Episode Of. And this is actually an interesting show. The guy who hosts, he used to teach the theatric arts at universities.
Oh, nice.
And he retired mostly due to COVID. He was close to retiring anyways. And he was telling me the story that what really pushed him to the point was trying to teach an improv acting class on YouTube, or through Skype or Zoom.
It doesn't work.
No, not so much.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what made him decide it was time to fully go into retirement.
Yeah, improv is one of those things you have to be in person for. It's not
Yeah. So really good guy. So I went on to be interviewed with him, by him. Me and Tara Eon, who's one of the lead writers over at Murphy's Inc. Her and I, we were interviewed by this gentleman over there to talk about Murphy's Inc. and the first episode of, and really what it took to put the show together, leading up to that first episode, and then all of that kind of stuff. And it was a lot of fun to talk about this product that we've spent so much time putting together, and luckily it wasn't live, so none of you missed it, but we do have an air date of when it will get released, and that is April 23rd.
Okay.
So the day after we get back from our cruise, we will be able to listen to this episode.
Nice.
So I'm very much looking forward to that. And he's actually agreed to come on to our show and be interviewed by us.
Excellent. Yes. Excellent.
So we will probably look to do that in the near-ish future.
1 or 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
The blueberry lemonade.
Pace yourself, bro. We're only 15 minutes in.
I know. That's why I'm waiting. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna sip on this one.
I need to catch my buzz. All right, let's look at some of our normal kind of content stuff. First up, we got our first official trailer. We've talked about this coming. Peter Pan and Wendy.
It looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
So this is a movie, live action Peter Pan, basically, coming to. I believe this is coming straight to Disney
Plus, yeah.
And interesting, diverse cast. What do you think?
I kind of dug it. Yeah, I mean, it was the Lost Boys, but she quickly points out, you're not all boys. You got a problem with that? But yeah, so I was digging the, the diversity of the cast is good. Wendy has got the John and Michael. They have like the kind of classic movie costumes on. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell doesn't seem like she's um, doesn't seem as mean as she did, at least in the trailer.
Okay.
Because
I would say her costume is very in line with the cartoon.
yeah, no, I mean, like everybody's costumes are pretty much in line. I mean, the only ones like the Lost Boys seem to have like Gunny outfits on.
Mm-hmm.
Gunny costumes. It looks like Tiger Lily is a little bit bigger in this film, which is going to be
You mean
interesting.
bigger role or bigger in size?
Bigger role.
Okay.
Yeah, like because Tiger Lily didn't really have any lines in the original film. So I'm interested to see everything, how everything works for this film. It looks, like I said, I'm interested in seeing this one.
Yeah, it's probably not something I'm going to watch on day one. Unless I don't even know what the release date is, honestly. But if it's a Wednesday, let's say, and I'm working, I might throw it on in the background. I probably won't give it 100% of my attention. And if I enjoy what I'm seeing, then I might go back and rewatch it. I just feel like a lot of these remakes they've made of the animation into live action, they just haven't been as good or as endearing, I think, is a better way to put it.
I could understand that. I mean, there is something about animation that is timeless about the animation. So when you put it in live action, it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, what have they done so far? What, Cinderella, which was weird because it wasn't like the animation whatsoever. It was just like a live action Cinderella. You have
Aladdin,
which actually I really liked Aladdin. Lion King was pretty much it was pretty much almost shot for shot, except like some of the, I mean, not exactly shot for shot. They did
Little Mermaid coming soon.
I'm excited for that one.
101 Dalmatians.
Those were okay. Like they didn't need to do the sequels and stuff, but I mean they did do the sequels animated, so I mean I guess. Actually, Cruella was actually really good. Maleficent, which they didn't do, haven't done Sleeping Beauty, but they did Maleficent. And the first one was really good. Second one was decent. Yeah, so I mean, basically, some of the live.
I'm sorry, Snow White is coming soon.
Oh, Snow White is coming. Yeah, Snow White is coming soon. I do remember that. I have not seen the Pinocchio yet. I do.
Oh yeah, Pinocchio was done. Dumbo was done.
Dumbo was rough. But I didn't also. I also didn't realize.
Done.
Oh yeah, I missed that one too. I also forgot that Dumbo. Dumbo was actually really short as far as animation goes too.
Yeah, it's just under an hour, I believe.
Yeah,
59 minutes.
Yeah, it's really short. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it'll be very interesting to see. Like I said, I'm a fan. I like Peter Pan. I'm interested to see what they do with this one. I've seen a number of different iterations of Peter Pan, from the plays to the original Disney film to Pan, which was on what was that, on Sci-Fi or something like that a number of years ago. Hook, which is a Peter Pan story. So like
I still think one of my favorite Peter Pan stories, stage wise, is Peter and the Starcatcher, and I don't think that thing gets enough love.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be, Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, you should find a bootleg online somewhere and watch it. It is my wife and I, we went and saw it in San Francisco, I think. And it was so good. It was so enjoyable. It was so well done. Ultimately, it's a Disney theatrical production, or it was at the time.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it was extremely good, and it made me wish I was younger and thinner because I would have loved to play the Hook role in that.
Yeah.
It's just a great character part.
Yeah. No, I mean, and like I said, I mean, I think this looks good, so I'm hoping that it is good.
So I know that this next one that we're going to talk about, I know you're for lack of a better descriptor.
Juice, bro.
And we're unfortunately we're a day ahead because tomorrow the teaser trailer for Haunted Mansion, which is releasing on July 28th, drops.
Yeah, I'm interested.
So
I'm interested.
definitely be looking to our channel tomorrow because as soon as that drops, I'll make sure it's up there and available.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think we're gonna get Eddie Murphy in this, and will
No, I think this
will
is gonna.
Fozzie Bear show up as the
Oh
Hatbox Ghost, or
man, no, I think this is gonna be a straight up. I think this is gonna be more true to the hope. I have a feeling it's maybe a little more true to the ride. I'm hoping it is. I don't know what you really do with it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. Wait, did you get the caramel one?
no
No, yeah,
regular one?
not a fan. There's the caramel one that I think I might try, but yeah, no, like Haunted Mansion. I'm interested to see what they do with this one, and this one doesn't look like it. I mean, like if the trailer says it's going to Disney Plus, then okay, but yeah, I mean this looks like a theatrical poster, and like because most of the time when they put it on, at least it would say like Disney Plus on there or something like that. So so yeah, I'm interested. I already like this. I already like this poster. This poster is really good.
That's the entirety of your thoughts. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have more to say about it after tomorrow
Yeah.
once we see the trailer. Looking at this image, I don't know how it makes me feel. You seem to be juiced about it purely by seeing this. I don't remember this in the ride.
No, it's not in the ride. I mean, it just reminds me of that hallway when and once you get out of the stretching room, it's the that hall. It kind of reminiscent of that hallway. Not as, of course, it's not as long, but it also reminds me of the hallway on the ride where you're going down and there's the doors and everything else. So, all the doors and there's screeching, and you look down the other hall. You kind of turn and look down that long hallway, and you see the floating chandelier and all that, or not chandelier, candelabra and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of just reminiscent of.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'll have more to say next week once
Yeah,
we see the
yeah, of
trailer.
course.
I am not juiced yet.
Oh, okay.
Only because the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion was such a huge letdown, especially on the heels of the success that was Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's what that's what they're capitalizing on. Hey, question. Speaking of rides turned to movies, did you like Jungle Cruise? I actually liked Jungle Cruise once I finally got through the entire thing.
The ride is fantastic, and even the changes that they've made of late, I think, are still good. Are you talking about the movie?
Yeah, I'm saying, did you see the movie? That's what I'm talking about.
No.
Oh, you haven't watched the movie?
I like when conceptually a ride that's been turned into a movie falls in line. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, it feels like okay, this could be part of the ride or derivative of the ride. Haunted Mansion, it felt like it could be derivative of the ride, even though it was a bad film. Jungle Cruise, when I started seeing these random creatures and all of that weirdness, I was just like, yeah, no, I have no interest in watching a film that's named after a ride just so that it'll get butts and seats. It's like, let's build a ride called Space Mountain that is a sci-fi film about people traveling through space, but we'll call it Space Mountain because we can say it's tied to the ride.
No, I mean like this. I mean, there's parts of it that are actually tied to the ride. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like there's not a lot of the film, but there's parts of the film that are like tied to the ride. That's why that's one of the things. You know, I also like The Rock too, so you know, fan there. But
Dwayne,
Mr. Johnson. But yeah, no, like Jungle Cruise is. I mean, you know, if you just throw it onto the background, like you do.
and Debbie sides with you. She
Yeah.
liked the movie, entertaining with a strong female character.
Yeah, she could, but
Maybe I'll give it a watch just to appease y'all, but I don't know. I don't know. So we also got a sneak peek at something that's coming to a Disney park, since we're talking about Disney parks or Disney rides. So this was originally seen in Hawkeye,
yeah.
and then at Comic-Con they did a reduced version, if you will.
Oh,
And
really? I didn't know
yes,
about that part.
and now, or maybe it was D23. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
Somebody, I'm sure, can let me know. But now it's coming to the Hyperion Theater at California Adventure. Rogers the musical.
Oh man.
And for those of you who don't know, the Hyperion Theater at California Adventure once housed Aladdin, which
Yeah.
was a long-standing show there, and that was before it was turned into a musical.
I think it was. I think they were still working out some kinks in the theater, and then before they put it out on Broadway.
I mean, there's not a lot of stuff from the Hyperion Theater that was actually used on Broadway directly, but I don't think it was. I think it was used to see could we do
Yeah, can it be done?
it, and entertaining. And so they
Yeah.
did the same thing with Frozen before it went on Broadway. They did a Frozen in the Hyperion Theater.
Oh, really? I never actually. I don't. Oh, of course. Might have been time I didn't see that one.
So my gut tells me this is a staging to
Oh boy.
do Rogers the musical on Broadway. Or something in line.
You know what? I'm kind of hoping not, and the only reason I'm hoping not is because of the fiasco, which was Spider-Man Into the Dark.
Well, that's because Bono was involved.
Well, yeah, nobody likes.
And
well,
this
there's-
is
there's a lot of
Disney.
people like Bono, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the campy costumes and all that kind of stuff. That's, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I imagine they would probably flesh it out a bit, and that's why they, in this little sneak peek that we got, they said it's this summer at California Adventure, and so I don't know if that means it's only going to be there this summer. I'm hoping, because
It did say, that's what I'm saying. It said on when I found it on Twitter. When I found it on Twitter, it was from it was on the Hawkeye Twitter page, or was it Hawkeye Twitter page, or was it Jeremy Renner? I think it was Jeremy Renner's page, Jeremy Renner's page, and then it was actually something connected to Hawkeye, and they put that in there, and I was like, yo, this is crazy if they're actually going to do this. And then, like I said, then like it said only for it said limited run this summer. And I was like, oh man, I really hope it's not just the summertime.
yeah, because we are going in November.
Yeah.
And I really hope that this will still be there, because absolutely I want to see this.
Oh, you know who? Maybe she won't even know though. Let me ask Jessica. Let me ask Jessica to see if it's gonna be, if she knows if it'll be around longer.
Yeah, we got Matt Murray checking in. Good evening, Matt. Welcome to the show.
Double M.
But yeah, I'm hoping it
Yeah.
will still be there for us.
I'll reach out to Jessica and see if she knows anything. If she knows anything about.
Well, in worst case, I'm sure someone will record bootlegs of the actual performances, and we can maybe watch those and give our thoughts based on that.
Yeah, maybe.
So, since we're talking about Marvel in general, Fantastic Four is about to have their 700 issue.
Dang, have they reset? I don't know.
I mean, they've had multiple different runs, but the Fantastic Four Prime storyline, if you will, this is the 700 issue coming out.
Nice.
And I don't know if there are 700 characters in this image, but I would guess that it's probably pretty high up there.
Yeah. They got that. Is this like they've teamed up with these people too? I'm not a huge Fantastic Four guy, but like I see Doctor Strange and the Incredible Hulk, and
I mean the Fantastic Four have worked with everyone in Marvel Universe just as much as the Avengers have, or just as much as the X-Men have. Like there's always been crossover events, and of course the big one is like Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Where everyone is on all sides, if you will.
They had like that's funny because like I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, so you have the Avengers that are based out of New York. You have the Fantastic Four that's based out of New York. The X-Men based out of New York, but they all have their own kind of.
The X-Men are based out of upstate New York, not Manhattan.
Right, whatever.
Spider-Man, Daredevil,
yeah, right.
Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
yeah, the Defenders. Minus the Punisher, because he's kind of wherever he wants to be.
That's why they had to come out with the West Coast Avengers eventually.
Yeah. So I mean, like this is that's a big accomplishment though for 700 issues though.
Yeah, and I love the art. Some of them, some of the characters specifically, I'm like, oh, that's not a great look. Like the Hulk.
Yeah.
And some of them have great looks, and some of them it's like, okay, clearly you just added them so that they're there.
Is that is that another Ben Grimm in the black costume?
This one,
yeah,
versus this one,
yeah. Is that supposed to be Miss Marvel up front? I can't tell.
I don't know. I don't want to go through every single character because we could spend way too long looking at this. Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, Johnny Blaze. Like, we could do this for way too long. So
Johnny Storm, not Johnny Blaze.
Yes, Johnny Storm. Johnny Blaze is
is like the equivalent of Ghost Rider.
No, Johnny Blaze was in She-Hulk, if you remember the series. The Magician.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, who's one of your favorite action stars?
Besides no, I'm just kidding. Like if we're talking about straight up action stars, I'm talking about my man Arnold.
Yeah, get to the
chopper. Yeah.
So for the first time ever, this guy is doing a series.
Oh,
called FUBAR.
Oh, really?
And for anybody who doesn't know, that is an acronym.
Yes.
And
up beyond all recognition.
Yes. So I saw this, when I try to find stuff for us to talk about and whatnot, I came across the trailer and I was like, okay, it's Arnold's first series. Let's see, why not? And I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, you know what? This is actually entertaining. And I kind of think I might want to watch this. If it hadn't been Arnold, I probably wouldn't have ever given it a look.
I would have cared. Yeah.
What did you think?
I'm interested. I like Arnold. And then there's uh very funny comedian, Fortune Feimster in it, who I've enjoyed in other her other projects. And
Such as
so
Keenan.
yeah, she was in Keenan, Office Christmas Party. She has a small bit part in that, but it's absolutely hilarious. She was in what was that Ma- Barb and Star, that film. It was, yeah, it didn't, I think it was like streaming, but I saw that it was actually pretty funny. She was in that. So yeah, and she has a talk show with another comedian, Tom Papa, on Netflix. This is a joke radio, so she's clearly in line with Netflix, so that's probably why she got this job.
Well, and I believe she gives Arnold a nut tap in this trailer,
Yeah,
which
it was
that
a
in and of itself
cup check.
makes me want to watch. So this next one, I specifically, we like to talk about video games occasionally,
Mhm.
and I know that you are a huge fan of the Jurassic World universe,
Yeah,
and there is a new game coming out, and you are a PlayStation guy, and it's coming
yep,
out specifically for PlayStation.
yeah.
And so Jurassic World Aftermath Collection.
I mean, I if I want to know a little bit more, but I mean, a it's on VR, so that's kind of, I'm already out because I don't have the VR. But also, I'm kind of like, what's the storyline? I mean,
I mean, it's a
understand
Jurassic
aftermath.
it's
So
a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World storyline. What else
yeah,
do you need to know?
I mean, again,
Animals get out, they're chasing humans. You're one of the humans trying to.
they're probably, it looks, I mean, in the trailer, it looks like they're trying to get something out of the park. So I mean, again, interested to see a little bit more, but probably probably won't
So
play
you're
it.
not interested enough to think I might need to get a VR for this.
I mean, if it's, I mean, I'd have to see what else is coming out on this VR system. Like, if I'm just getting it for one game, it's not worth it to me.
No, of course not.
Yeah, if
But
there's like,
but
if there's,
it's not the game where you're like, okay, this makes me really feel like I need to look into it.
yeah, no, I mean, it's no. I mean, like, I have played on the VR system before, and it's pretty fun. But yeah, this is not one of those things where I'm just like, gotta get it.
Fair enough. And of course, talking about video games, just announced today, Ultra Pro Wrestling. They described this as a love letter to the N64 wrestling games. And what's interesting to me is just what last week, or was it the week before, I had posted a video on our page about the graphics difference between N64 games and games today.
When they were trying to, when you had it was the one with the WWE stars,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what the character was back in the day. Yeah.
And so the thing that I like about this conceptually is that it is that love letter to those classic games, and so it very much looks like something you would see on an N64, but slightly better.
Um,
Um, but it has the gameplay mechanics of a modern day game. The mechanics look clean. It involves cage fighting. It involves multiple different wrestling leagues around the world. Um, it's obviously it's not a WWE game or an AEW game. So all the characters in it are not going to be real world characters, if you will.
mhm.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I wasn't. I mean, I was kind of like, whatever. This. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the games back in the day, on N64. So, I mean, it's kind of whatever to me.
Well, the other interesting thing about this is actually a Kickstarter game.
Oh,
So it literally, like I said, it just got announced today, and I wanted to very quickly share the Kickstarter aspects of this game. So this is being made in the UK. They're looking for about $22,000 for this, and they're over halfway there already.
Oh, okay.
So you can pledge as low and converted to US dollars about $17, and that would get you a full edition of the game plus a digital wallpaper set. So for $17, what do you think?
It's actually not bad.
For $22, you could get it the same. And what's interesting here is 10 people paid $5 more than they had to because the early backer is still available. So if you wanted to get this for $17, you've got 46 slots left. I'm not going to go through every single level, but you've got a $27 level, a $32 level, which includes a personalized thank you postcard, a physical card that they'll send you, a $44 level, which gets you a physical copy for the Nintendo Switch because they evidently don't have digital downloads on the Switch, I guess. I don't know.
No, they do, but might not just be. They might not have it available on there.
So here's where it gets good. At the $53 level, as an early access backer, your name gets in the credits.
Oh.
So you get a full copy of the game, you get a beta access, you get a Discord backer role, whatever that means, exclusive attire, the physical thank you card, a digital art book, and like I said, your name in the credits. So to me, that's kind of cool for $53.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Next level up is $157. You will become an in-game fan.
Oh, okay.
So that to me, that's like, wait, so you're going to take my likeness and put it in the game? Plus, you get all of that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And at the top level, $217, you get your name in the credits in gold. You also get
fancy.
a UPW replica championship title belt.
Oh.
So
okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's $217. There's only 10 slots left on that one. There's only 6 slots left on the super fan one, which includes becoming a character or a audience member in the game.
Wait, on that world champion one, you also get the character. You also get made into a character in the game, right?
No, that's what I thought was interesting. Is you would think you would get that as well.
Yeah. It's because you're getting the championship belt.
I think so. I'm thinking it's because you're getting the championship belt and your name in gold in the credits.
I don't know. I kind of want my likeness, man.
Well, there's 6 slots left, bro.
I was saying, like, just go ahead, just take my name out of gold and put my name in gold, put my character in there.
So you'd rather pay more to get your character in there and get a title belt.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, again, I'm probably not gonna even. Probably wouldn't even pay for that anyways, so it's not even that.
Well, and the other thing is, look at the estimated delivery on these. August of 2024.
Oh,
so we're talking a year and a half away before.
And seeing the other problem, the other problem that I have with Kickstarters is it's not guaranteed.
It's guaranteed that you'll get what they're offering, or you get your money back.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's one of the things I do like about Kickstarter is if it doesn't end up happening, you get your money back.
Oh, that's good.
But if you look at that trailer already looks pretty clean for what it is, right? So I think
because they said early development, not actual game mechanic or whatever they say.
Yeah, so the game is going to happen. I am certain, and as I mentioned, they were only looking to make $20,468. And they're already at $10,739. So they're over halfway there. And this just got announced today. Yeah. 28 days to go. So they're going to get there.
Yeah.
There's enough wrestling fans.
And plus, the only reason I wasn't a huge, I mean, I guess because like the only games that really came out on N64 were WCW games, and they were kind of
WWE had N64 games.
I don't remember them.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's see. There was, just as a reminder, there was WWF Warzone,
Don't remember.
No Mercy,
Don't remember.
WWF WrestleMania 2000,
Don't remember that one either.
and then yes, there were a bunch of WCW ones. There was
Thunder was
WCW NWO
garbage.
World Tour. Let's see, what else was there on the N64?
There was Thunder.
Mayhem. WCW Mayhem.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I mean, I remember like the World Tour one. But yeah, like
I had all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. WrestleMania 2000 was actually pretty good when I think back on the I think the 3 WWF games that were around back then.
Yeah.
But,
it's before they lost to the Wildlife Foundation.
It was the long ago.
Many moons.
Speaking of weather, so it has snowed a butt ton here. I have spent the last 4 mornings having to shovel my driveway and sidewalk.
Yikes.
And it's supposed to snow more. They're saying it is not why you left.
No, it's really not. I was not a fan of the snow.
You never experienced much snow while you were here.
The
winter before you came up was pretty rough. And this winter is pretty rough.
While
you were here, they were never really bad.
Well, the thing was that the first one wasn't that bad. The second one I was not a fan of, and that's also because I had to end up going out and doing deliveries and that crap. So that was probably one of the reasons I didn't care too much.
Fair enough. So really quickly, because we did bring it up earlier, I thought I would bring it up again just because people can still go on this cruise that we've talked about.
Yeah.
And since Brian's not here tonight, I don't feel bad about this. We are going on a cruise. Debbie is going on this cruise, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And here's some information, because the prices are getting really good for when we go. Yeah, right now you could get a balcony room for $789 per person.
Bro.
Yes. Great pricing. You can get a club balcony suite for less than $1,000. That's insane. So one of my favorite rooms personally that I like to look at is the aft balcony. And so for those of you who don't know, that's on the very back of the ship facing out. So there's like nothing in front of you. Right now you can get an aft balcony for $1,500 per person.
Bro.
That is crazy low for a 7-day cruise. So while you wouldn't get the benefits that some of us are getting for being a part of the group on the cruise,
yeah,
you could still go on the cruise. You could still see us. You could still hang out, do all that kind of fun stuff.
What deals they got going right now?
We're going on a boat right now. Free second guest.
Oh, and then all inclusive. What is it? Unlimited open bar and airfare and more. Okay.
I have never seen free second guest. So right now, okay, I got to take this through to its logical conclusion, because that's insane. Let's take a look. So let's say you and me, we haven't already booked. We want to go on this cruise. We want to get an aft balcony room. Let's see, shall we?
I'm on a boat and
second guest cruises free. So the total price would have been $6,000. Now it's $3,000. You still got to pay the gratuities, taxes, all of that kind of stuff, even though the person's cruising free.
right.
So for two people, $4,000 for an aft balcony. You divide that two ways, $2,000 a pop. That's pretty nice.
You got that paper.
And as James mentioned, that includes open bar. So that gets you the basic drink package, which is anything $15 or less.
Boom.
Specialty dining. So that gets you 2 vouchers to basically go eat at any of the specialty restaurants.
And then you got all the free food.
You've got all the complimentary restaurants, right? So that's a hell of a deal right now. So if you haven't already booked,
Matt Murray, come on the cruise.
Get on this cruise. Hang out with your fat and black friend.
You got that You got some paper. You don't have to get the balcony. You can get something lower. But I'm saying you should come on that cruise, bro.
You can get a studio room like James.
Studio.
Whoa. And my wife is saying maybe we should switch to an aft balcony. No, because we're already locked into the Haven. We are wild and out on this cruise.
Wow, now this is the first vacation. Is this like the first vacation y'all been on in a while?
In a while, yes. Yeah. Since our kid was born, pretty much. So, yeah. I have obviously been to Disneyland with you. It's
and that's coming again.
And Debbie says, have you booked the shows yet? Six and Jersey Boys. It won't let me online. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss getting the reservations in. Well, Debbie, I'm going to be honest. I'm staying in the Haven, where the Haven guests have their own designated section in the theater, and we don't have to book. We just say, I want to go tonight, and there are seats for us. So I don't know. James, have you looked into booking for?
Nah.
Yeah, I do know that some of the stuff you can't book until we're actually on the cruise. I didn't think the shows were that. I thought that the shows you could book in advance, but they also only allow a certain amount. I know for reservations for dining, for example, they only book like 40% of the restaurant so that people can book once they get
on there, because not everybody's going to do it when they let me like, oh, you know what, this looks like a good spot, let me go here.
So let me ask you, James, out of the specialty dining restaurants, which are you most looking forward to enjoying?
You know what, I'm actually looking forward to the steakhouse most, because I think that's when we have most people on. It's your birthday and all that kind of stuff, so that's what I'm excited for. And then what do we do? Do we do the teppanyaki? I'm also excited for that because I've never actually been to it. Okay, that's a lie. I have been to a teppanyaki place, but that was also, I was a child, and so I don't really remember it. And I was supposed to go with somebody to Benihana's, and that got canceled, and so I never got to go, and so on and so forth. So I'm actually excited to go to that because I've seen it like in like videos and movies and stuff, but I've never actually experienced it myself.
Yeah, and so I think we established that we're going to go to teppanyaki probably for lunch on the first day at sea, right?
I don't remember exactly. All I know is that.
Yeah, I think that's what you, me, and Tyrus had talked about, and obviously anybody who wants to come is welcome to come. But and Debbie asked, how many friends can you take? I assume she's asking me
because she has like 50 people coming.
I know she's
she's basically doing a family reunion on this cruise.
Yeah, Debbie's got a huge group of people.
The son, daughter, bunch of friends. So yeah,
one of the. I would be more than happy, Debbie, to check with my personal concierge and or butler when we get on board to see if I can get reservations in the Haven section for people in my party as well. I can also reach out to our cruise consultant, Terry, to see if we can book a specific night to see Jersey Boys or whatever.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do that. Yeah. Do that.
And Debbie asks if you've ever been to Nijo Castle.
I've been to Ninja Castle.
Karaoke.
Yeah, I've been to Ninja Castle a couple, and that's where I think when I was little, I think that's where we went. But again, like I said, I was little, and so I don't really remember it.
I never saw at Nijo Castle the slicing and dicing and all of that kind of fun stuff. I think I only ever ate outside of the karaoke area once, and I don't remember it being
And I
like,
think all we had was edamame.
yes, yes,
Yeah, we had like edamame, and I think we had. I think we had some.
sashimi platter, or
I think we had some like tempura or something like that. It wasn't anything crazy, but yeah.
teriyaki.
Oh, Tyrus is checking in.
Oh,
Sup?
he must be on a layover for his job.
Sup, bruh?
So yeah, as we wind this episode down, though, James, I do got to ask, anything fun or exciting going on? We have people interested. Been on any fun dates or anything?
No, haven't been on any dates. Actually, you know what though? I did try one of those. I did one of those masks today. The ones where you put on and then you have to peel it off,
Mhm.
and actually it wasn't too bad. Except like I think, well, I didn't read the instructions well enough, so it said like keep away from the eyebrows and hairline, but it got a little bit in the hair and stuff. But it was all good. It didn't like tear any hair out or nothing. So that
That's
was all.
okay. It looks like you need to get lined up, anyways.
I definitely do, and that's what I'm gonna do right before we leave. But yeah, no, like, but yeah, that was actually it was actually kind of like I was like, it's rejuvenating.
So there's a question for you. So on the cruise, on the ship,
Hmm.
there is a barber shop. I'm thinking about getting like I'm thinking about just letting everything go until then, and then getting a nice trim, nice beard and
How
everything.
much is it?
Who cares? It's all about living that life of luxury.
I care.
I don't know. I'm sure it's on their site.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, see how much it is. Because if it's not super expensive, if it's gonna be a comparable to what I'd end up paying here, then yeah, I might just wait and do it on the ship. So
See, that's where you got to call in advance and be like, "Hey, y'all do black people hair?" Because
that's yeah. See, and that's another thing is that there's a difference. That is not a black barber shop. Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. It's like I've gone to I've gone to Sports Clips. I've gone to what's the one? I've gone to a couple of different barber shops that are like, they don't specialize in black hair. I had one girl actually who worked at like Great Clips or whatever that was, and she was actually a black woman, and so she actually did my hair well. But I mean, I've entrusted my hair to a lot of different people. So I mean, but this is one of those things where I'm like, come on.
for my birthday, I would like for you to, prior to going on this cruise, I'd like you to get a perm.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on.
Not gonna happen.
For my birthday.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
You're not gonna one-time me?
No, I will listen. I got a S curl one time. And that was not the business. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looked good, but it was not the business.
And Debbie calls out that she only has 15 people going on the cruise, which is about just under a third of our entire group.
Okay, 15.
Yeah. just under a third of the entirety of our group. You got anything else, James? Anything exciting, new? How's work going?
It's work. It's been the other day. Actually, after my shift, my boss was like, "Oh, that's why I decided to have you out in the queue today, on a busy day, see how you do." And I did okay. I did okay. I mean, he was like, he said something about making myself more available, but I was like, I was pretty much available the entire time. I don't know, but it was also, it's a lot like herding cats. It was a lot like herding cats. It always boggles my mind, and I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but I reached out about a year ago and was asking about lines. and I was asking about lines, like, in supermarkets, in traffic, in when you're driving, just lines in general. And it surprises me how people have blinders on when they're anywhere. Like, I'm sure you've been in the supermarket and you've seen, a bunch of people in one line, and then there's an open line and nobody moves. And you're like, "Well, okay, well, I'm just gonna go over here and do that." Um, and it's the same thing at the airport. Like, we will have multiple lines open, but people are so just like, this is right here, and there will be a bunch of people in that line, but just a couple steps away, there's a line, and there's a lane open, and there's nobody in it. And so literally we were telling people, go over there, go over there, go over there. And they're still like, they don't move. Like at one point I had to go in, I had to go behind, and I was like, you, are you guys together? Cool. All you guys are coming with me. And like, I had to physically take them to another line.
You're
But
touching these people, is what you're saying.
no, I'm not touching them. I'm saying, I just point at them, like, you, or you guys, and like, there's people that wasn't sure if they were together or not. And so I was like, you guys, you're all coming with me. And I would take them over to another lines that was shorter instead of them waiting in these long lines. But that's, neither here nor there.
So I did have a question, because there have been people who have asked this, and hopefully you can help me to understand. So you have to do shift bidding.
Yeah.
And for those who have never worked in like a union or anything, what exactly does shift bidding mean?
Oh, so shift bid is basically, um, you have a time and date. And now, I don't know, Tyrus, if your guys is different than how it is at TSA, but we have a time, we have a date that our bid is, and then we basically go in, and because I'm still new-ish, like, we have newer people coming in. Oh, you guys bid every 3 months? Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we do it like twice a year. But um basically it's based on seniority, based on and that kind of thing. So you go in, you choose a shift that's available based on what you're looking for. So it's days off. So there's different lines. So there's some that have, Monday, Tuesday off, some that have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on and so forth. Um and basically, as you go up in seniority, because you have more options. So because I'm still kind of low, I kind of had what was left. Unfortunately, I mean, I did get, I'll be working the same shift, but I will be at our terminal 3 this time around, which I'm not. I like the fact that I'm going to be working with a lot of people from my class, which is nice. A lot of the guys that I currently work with, we're all going to be going over to Terminal 3. The thing I'm not excited about is I've heard that there's been a lot of uh, snitching for stupid stuff going on over there, and I'm not excited about that. And some of the managers and supervisors that are on that shift are also kind of shady-ish, from what I've heard. Now, again, this is just what I've heard, and so that's something that I'm concerned about. But we'll see. We'll see.
Worst case, it's 6 months, hopefully.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that I'm hoping it's 6 months, and by that time, we'll maybe have some people who are stepping out in retirement, which will move me up. Probably won't do a whole lot as far as moving me up, but we also have a lot. We have not a lot as far as I know, but we have a number of new people, at least on my checkpoint, who are brand new in. So, I mean, that kind of pushes me up a little bit already. So.
So you mentioned you bid every 6 months. Tyrus says he bids every three. Here's another one. So Tyrus says that he has to bid for his vacations for the next year
Yeah, we
during the
do that
fourth
too.
quarter bid.
Oh no, oh, no, I don't. We don't. We have a separate bid for that. We have an annual leave bid, and that was a few months ago.
Is that for the whole year or is that just
Yeah,
for the next?
that's pretty much that's for the year. I mean, we have like our days, we have like our accrued time off and stuff like that, but and sick leave and all that kind of stuff. But like in order to lock in, like like where you're getting like a week off, pretty much. Like we have 2 weeks that we're guaranteed. Actually, it's 2 weeks and 3 days, and so actually, I'm using a week and the 3 days for the cruise. So uh, and so I kept the same days off so I can kind of. That's one of the reasons I when I bid the way I did so that I would have the days off that I normally have, and then I would already be set up for the week plus the couple days that I'm going to use afterwards to be taken care of that way. And then I still have one more week left, but that was before I remembered Disneyland, and so I'm going to be. I gotta get all that situated so I can get that off for that.
So Tyrus says that part of his bidding includes days off, holidays off, the shifts that he wants, and how much the shift pays.
Oh,
So do you? Because
oh, well, yeah, okay. So yeah, so our it's kind of it's not really as far as much as shift pays, but there is a nighttime differential that's involved with the pay. So like if you can get on third shift, there's it's more because you're working like all night for the most part. And so that's like all night diff pay. Whereas like I'm working second shift again. So we only get like an hour of it. I mean, if I worked in the morning, I think it's like 2 hours, but I only get an hour of the night diff pay and then or like an hour and a half. And then if I work overtime, I get that night diff pay. But it's yeah,
so
that's
then he also mentions holidays off. So
we actually don't get to bid for holidays off now in our annual leave bid. I think I believe that we can ask for certain time off, like certain days based on where they fall. But I know.
yeah, because I would imagine those people that get like Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday off are getting the good end of it
Well,
because
see, yes and no, but because like yes, they are getting because Sunday and Monday are our busy days, like they're not having to deal with that, but there is Sunday diff pay, which is I mean, if they don't need it, then it's whatever. But Sunday diff pay is actually pretty decent. And if you're on and like this past year being on holidays and stuff like that, it worked out. So
well, and I also meant because Monday, most holidays
yeah, if
tend to
it's on
be
a Sunday,
observed on
it'll be
Monday.
yeah. And so like the Monday, if it's observed on the Monday, then we get it on Monday, not the Sunday.
But if you, for example, your days off are Wednesday, Thursday, and you don't have the option to take like a holiday on those holiday Mondays, right? You
No,
still
not
work,
really.
you just get paid
I
overtime or
Yeah, like for me, it's like Wednesday, Thursday. The reason I kind of like that is like I end up getting Thanksgiving off. This past year I went in for a few hours, worked some OT on the day before Thanksgiving. I got Thanksgiving off, and then I went back to work on Friday. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Tyler says if he works a holiday, it's double time and a half for 8 hours. And of course, what that really means is he gets 8 hours for the holiday because he would have gotten that regardless.
Right.
And he gets time and a half for what he's actually working. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
So, like, if you work on a Monday that is a holiday observed, let's say, you're getting your regular pay and a half,
Right.
because you're working on a holiday, and
Right.
you're getting paid 8 hours at normal pay
Yeah.
because it's a holiday.
Right.
So that must be nice. Those paychecks, especially like when the Christmas, New Year's paycheck must be
Yeah,
pretty decent.
that one was pretty good. Plus, I actually got to get back. I got to get back doing some overtime in the next couple weeks because apparently we might not have it coming up in June when we get our when we get our uh, equity pay kicks in.
What is that?
So because for some reason, when TSA started, we weren't on the same pay scale as all the other government agencies, but now we will be on the same pay scale as all the other government agencies, and so it's just it's not really retroactive, but but it is going to be one of those things where some people are going to be making more because they've been there longer. But even for those that just who are fairly new, we will be we'll be getting on the same pay scale as all the other government agencies at this point.
Gotcha. And how long have you been there now?
Almost actually, when we go on our cruise, it'll be a year.
Wow, so very
It'll
close.
be a year right before we go on the cruise, and then actually, so I just realized because
Have a
we
good rest of
have
your shift, Iris.
yes, sir. We have a group chat from the people in our class, and one of the girls wants to do a like a bowling outing on while to celebrate our out of probation, our one out of 1 year.
And that
And I
was
was
actually going to be my next question. So once you hit a year, you're no longer on probation.
right, and so I was like, oh. When she's put the date in there, and I was like, oh, because I hadn't responded, and then when I saw the date again, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be gone. So, I'm gonna be on a cruise to celebrate my end of probation, but yeah, but
So
uh,
is there any pay increase or anything like that that comes along with hitting a year?
uh well, so we get the other half of our signing bonus, which is another $500 because it was $1,000 signing bonus. Um, so we'll get that other 500 attached. We will, and then I believe it's I want to say 5, but I could be very wrong when I say that
5%,
percent. 5%.
5% increase.
Yeah.
So that's nice to come back from the cruise and get a $500 bonus on your check,
Yeah.
basically. And
Yeah. I mean, actually, I think it'll be like right before. It'll be right before, but anyways, I'm just excited. I'm excited that it's don't get me wrong. It's been tough sometimes. But like I said, when I go into work every day and a lot of people tell me like you're the nicest TSA guy ever, and I'm just like, hey, I mean, I could be miserable. Like some of the people are absolutely miserable, and I'm just like, why don't you leave? But I, like I'm grateful again just to have a job in general. To so and I said once I left Pepsi because I was pretty miserable at Pepsi. Um,
so here's an interesting other question that goes along. When we go on this cruise,
mhm,
you're obviously flying out of Vegas.
right.
So when you go to the airport as a customer, so to speak,
Mhm.
what does that look like for you? Do you still have to do the normal process just like Joe Schmo, or
Yeah, I mean, well, the whole thing is that I have pre-check. That's one of the benefits. That's really the only benefit that I have. So I do
plus
the pre.
medical, dental, vision,
Well,
paid
I'm
holidays?
paying for that stuff, so it's not really like except the holidays I'm not paying for, but like the medical, dental, all that kind of stuff I'm paying for. Um, but yeah, so the pre-check I don't have to pay for, but yeah, I go through just like everybody else in pre-check does. I can, leave my laptops and tablets and all that kind of stuff in the bag and
Keep
send
your
that,
shoes on,
keep my shoes on and
keep your belt on.
well, yes. Now I know we don't have very many people watching tonight, but the nice thing is if you listen to this later, if you have a belt that's metal, you're gonna want to take that off because you're gonna be passing through a metal detector. So yes, so partially, yes, you can leave your belt on unless it's a metal belt, then hey.
And Jenny asks, so are you saying that the feds don't subsidize any part of your medical insurance? You're paying 100% of your medical, dental, vision?
I mean, I'm sure they probably take care of some of it, but yeah, I pay a decent amount.
Like,
It's
do
not
you
like
know if you were to, do you know how much per paycheck you're paying towards medical, dental, vision?
uh like because I got one of the lower end. I mean, not lower end, but it's just for me. So I pay about, I think it's around, when they broke it down to paycheck, I think it was like 40 something per paycheck.
I'm sorry. So in total, you're paying $80 a month for medical, dental, vision.
And actually, it's only like, I think it's the one that I have is medical and mm, oh no, does that plan have dental? No. Does that plan have dental and vision included? I don't think it has. I think I'm paying something different for vision, and um I think the dental is included in mine, but I'm not 100% sure. I got to
So you're
double check
paying
all that stuff.
$40 a paycheck for medical and dental.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
State of Nevada is not that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. State of Nevada, I think I pay almost $200 a month for my medical, dental, vision.
like I said, and it could be more. I just remember I went with one that was good, but on the lower end, just because I said it's just me. So
It's just you, so who cares? Or
no, like I said, I went with one of the lower ones because it was just me, and I don't, and I'm not, and then I'm not expecting to have to go to the hospital or anything, so it's like a little bit higher with a deductible. The copays are actually pretty low, and that's one of the reasons I went with it too, because the copays and the if I have to get medication, anything like that is so kind of low, but. Yeah.
yeah, and as Jenny points out, you're now over 40, and so you're gonna have to pay more.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more, not pay more, but yeah. So I mean, like I don't plan on doing anything that's gonna like crazy to get me, So hopefully I don't have to go, but I did put something, like so. I don't intend to ask questions like, "Do you intend to for any hospital visits?" I'm like, I don't intend on it, but just just in case.
Yeah, and just so that you know, I actually am looking at it right now, and I pay approximately $80 a paycheck.
Is that to take care of? Is that just for you?
My Just for me, yeah,
Oh,
because my wife and kid are on their plan, on a separate plan.
okay.
Because so here's what's weird: as a state employee, because both me and my wife are state employees, one of us can't be on the other's plan. We have to each have our own plan.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, for example, if I didn't work for the state, then I could be on her plan. So we'd all be on the same plan.
Right.
But because we both work for the state, they won't let us be on one plan altogether.
Like, so before you started working with the state, you were on the same plan.
I think before I started working for the state, I had plans through the employers I had because it was actually cheaper to do that.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, like I know, like one guy I used to work with at Pepsi, his wife is a nurse, and so he actually doesn't even have a medical plan through work. Yeah, he just used hers, and it was it's so he got more of his paycheck that way, but
Mm.
and so he's covered under hers. But yeah, no, I mean it's all a numbers game when it comes down to it.
At the end of the day, absolutely.
Numbers.
And
All
for
the
those of you
numbers.
interested, we do sell Fat and Black Hawaiian shirts with our Fat and Black Connection logo.
Is that the one with all over?
Yeah, that's the one that has the Fat and Black logo all over the shirt.
Yeah.
So for those of you that maybe are interested in buying some of our merch, here is an example of.
Buy it.
Please. I actually just procured one myself, so I'm hoping to have it by our next episode to
Oh, nice.
actually show it off.
Excellent.
Yes, I am curious as to when you're going to finally procure some of our fantastic merchandise.
Oh, give me till like the end of the week. I'll give you a call.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll give you a call.
Yes, and for those of you wanting a better look at it, here is James's younger brother wearing,
It's not my younger brother.
and let's see if I can zoom in on this any. Boom!
Yeah.
So that's got our.
It's nice.
Thanks to your brother for modeling this for us, by the way.
Again,
I'm not sure why he has one and you don't, but
again, actually, most of these models don't. They just basically green screen it on them.
oh, is that how that worked?
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
again, that's not my younger brother. I don't know who that guy is.
Oh,
He's a little too light to be my brother.
he looks a lot like Clue.
No, he does not look like anything like Clue.
No, I know it was a little joke, see, because y'all look the same.
We're at least like the same complexion. He's a little bit darker than I am. He's a little bit darker than I am, but we are.
You definitely are brothers.
Oh yeah, we are 100% brothers.
And I don't mean brothers. I meant brothers.
We are 100%. Like it's funny, like because we've worked together, and we have two completely different personalities, and so people are like, "Wait, are you like?" I'll be like, this is my younger brother," and then we're like brother or brothers, and I'm like, no, we are brothers, hard ER. And so yeah, people are like, you guys are totally different. Yeah, I know. But yeah.
And of course, one other item, and again, I'm not like trying to get people to go spend their hard-earned money, but if you are going on the cruise with us to Alaska, I highly recommend picking up this.
That's the one. That's the one I'm gonna. Well, that's one of the ones I want to get.
The jersey.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one, and then the bowling shirt, because the only reason I want the bowling shirt is because we're gonna be doing a TSA bowling league, and so I want to sport that shirt when I go bowling.
Nice. And of course, as we have shown multiple times here tonight, there is the I'm Juice Bro shirt for the low price of $9.99.
I should probably get one of those too.
Yes, you cannot beat that low price.
And that one's actually in that one's in multiple different colors.
All of these you do. Well, I shouldn't say all of these. The Hawaiian shirt that only comes in black.
Yeah, and then the jersey we have a couple different.
The Juice Bro, that one comes in multiple colors.
We have multiple colors on that one.
And it's actually one of my favorites. And what is weird about the image that showed up on the screen is it is not our primary image. Our primary image is actually, and I'll pull it up right now. Where is it? Here it is. So I'm Juice Bro.
That's the one.
Yes, for those of you that are like, wait, what the hell are they talking about being juiced? Well, here you go.
I'm juiced, bro. I'm juiced, bro.
So yes, comes in multiple colors. Your
gray, red,
red,
blue.
Yeah,
navy and blue, right? And then there's the black one. Yeah.
Yes, and we have, we've got a lot of stuff in our Etsy store right now. We mentioned the cruise baseball jersey. We've got
we got the sweatshirts too.
Yeah, the hoodies.
Yeah.
I love the hoodie. I that one of those is coming in, so I have one of those coming.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well, I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those. I need to get one of the jerseys. I need to get definitely a juiced and like the
oh, I
whole
also just
shirt.
made for those going on the cruise. I made luggage tags.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
If you need a way to figure out, hey, is that my bag?
Yeah.
Get one of these luggage tags.
How much are those?
Currently priced at $11.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
So
bad for a luggage.
unfortunately, some of this stuff is overhead. Like it's not
Yeah.
that's necessarily what I would like to charge.
Yeah.
Because these, the way that a lot of this stuff works nowadays is these are made to order. So
Yeah.
once you place the order, it gets made.
Right. Can't make it before.
Fashion show at lunch. Thank you, Office. The Office.
One of the weirdest theme songs because it's just musical and it never really made sense to me.
Speaking of musical and theme songs, shall we share with the folks what you've been working on? What we've been working on, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and throw that out there.
Fair enough. Well, unfortunately, just due to some of the limitations that we have with Restream, I can only do this by sharing my screen and sharing the audio through the screen. So hopefully this
I was about to say, because your sound was sketchy for a second.
Yeah. So I'm going to go on mute for a moment. And this is the intro theme music for the upcoming audio drama that James directed called Murder by Garlic from the Jack R. Abbott Files. So give it a listen.
Yep.
Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, cut it. Yeah, cut it. It's not good.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, Restream doesn't give us the ability to load the music in.
How about this? How about we just put? Can we just put that up on the page?
No. Once we have the logo set, I'll put them together.
Okay, good. I like that. Yeah, but yeah. So look forward to that. That's coming soon. We've been working on getting some music and stuff done for that with our good friend Louis
Palfrey. Yes, and we have some other fun, exciting stuff coming in the very near future. I've got some music in the works for another little project that we're working on that hopefully we'll have more to announce here in the very near future.
Yeah.
Don't want to say anything on that yet, but it's going to be something different. It's going to be something fun.
A little bit, little different.
Yeah, little mix, if you will. And James,
my head.
I gotta ask: could you start wearing deodorant prior to coming on this show?
I do wear deodorant every day.
Are you sure? Just because multiple times you're going like this, and all I see are these big old.
Yeah, I know. I sweat. I can't.
Sure, we all do.
I wear deodorant, and I wear deodorant every day, and it's still nothing's helped, man. Nothing's helped.
Someday.
Yeah, I've tried a bunch of different stuff too. I even tried the medical stuff, and that didn't even really work for me. So, what you gonna do? No, I'm not waxing my pits. What is this? Hey.
So again, as I was referencing, for some reason, Restream won't let me upload my music in to listen to. But they have
work on me.
They have their own music that
Oh, all right.
kind of weird. And Jenny says, wax in your pits, man. It helps the antiperspirant get into your pores.
I mean, I'm not a fan of. I've seen what waxing does to people, and it hurts apparently. So I'm not.
You could always go Black Magic or Nair.
That's true. Maybe we'll see.
You did try Black Magic in the past, and you felt like that worked for you.
Well, no, I only use that on my face, so
Yeah, so why wouldn't it work on your pits or other places?
I just never really used it on my pits or other places.
Yeah, you should try it. What's the worst that could happen? You don't think it's going to grow back? I mean, really?
Well, I mean, I know it's going to grow back, but I just don't want it to grow back more.
And Jenny does offer to bring her epilator on the cruise if you would like.
The heck
I mean,
is
she'll
that?
probably be bringing it regardless, but
Oh, is that for the armpit hairs?
do you know what an epilator is?
I do not.
You should look it up.
Okay.
I'd like for you to look it up, and when we come back next week, for you to tell me what you think of it.
Okay.
It is a
Man,
scary device.
Oh, in that case, I probably won't want it. But anyways, I think that is it.